Hi, I'm Rasna.
I'm Harnek.
And I'm Jeevan.
We are twins, siblings,
And filmmakers.
The couple of films we have made have really focused on something very important to us, raising awareness about our Sikh religion and identity. For those who may not know, Sikhism is a monotheistic religion founded in India in the late 1400s. Some of our core beliefs include working hard to earn an honest living, sharing with others, and always remembering one God.
It is usually the men that stand out because of their turbans and beards, but this film is about perhaps the lesser known half. The idea behind Kaur is that while all Sikh women may not look or act the same, we can really learn from each one, and we really wanted to celebrate that diversity. So we're gonna go interview a whole lot of Sikh women, maybe some Sikh men, and we're gonna ask them the same 4 or 5 questions. Hopefully along the way we learn a lot, have some fun, and we'll see where this goes. Kind of stuff. No, it's fine. We'll do it. We'll just figure this out. So if I were to pick one Sikh woman who does inspire me and continues to do that, it is Bibi Nanaki, because she was the first Sikh.
So there's many women that inspire me, and the first woman that comes to mind is Mata Gujji.
My biggest inspiration is my Bhagavad.
I recently found out about the contemporary women, and a couple of women that we found out about one was Dr. Inderjit Kaur from Bangalore, and the other one was Bibi Prakash Kaur. These women are doing something outside of what society tells them to do, and that's what's inspiring.
And I think that we gain inspiration from people who are taking on big, society-changing sort of tasks. But I also get inspired by people who are doing like the daily work of, raising Sikh children and trying to balance their lives.
The woman without a name or without a face that we just randomly forget, who has come, to Gurdwara every day of the week to make rotis for the sangat that comes there. Those are the people that inspire you the most because they do it with such little recognition.
It's not glamorous. I mean, my own mother inspires me.
My mother has always been there for me.
My mom, took over as a single parent. I'm the person I am today because of her, values.
My mother has definitely been a huge inspiration for me. From the very beginning when I was young, she never really cared about herself. She used to always care about us following our passions, us following our dreams.
My mom is the one who, introduced me to Sikhi.
Every god out there, if she is a mother or not, whatever, every god out there influences my identity.
The women face particular challenges because of the many different roles they're asked to take on. The greatest difficulty I feel is where to put the time. We have our own personal journey that we have to be on. We have our children, we have our husbands, we have society, perhaps aging parents as well.
But what it is right now is we've created this patriarchal system even within our Sikh community, and so Sikh women often rely on Sikh males to either tell them, definitions of things or to understand Gurbani. And
because sometimes when those messages come through that filter, you feel that message is not for a woman.
It's a hard road, and the fact that you've chosen it just says a lot about you.
So I carved my own path in a way.
The hardest part as a Sikh woman was in my teenage years, growing, having that identity.
Because I come from a Hindu background, the five kakars are hard for me. I don't follow those.
I think the most difficult thing sounds the simplest, and it's not, and that is the concept of chardi kala. Sometimes you're just like, life has beaten me down. This is the worst thing that could have happened to me. To try to sort of force yourself to get back into that frame of mind, like, you know what, this is just an obstacle, and I'm gonna get over it, and it's gonna be great, and my life will move forward.
When I didn't look this way, when I was just, whatever, flailing around, that was easy. Because I didn't have a rock to anchor me.
The pivotal moment in my life is when I started wearing the star. That was tough at first because, you know, you have your set of friends and you think, what will people think of me? And I thought it would be easy in the Sikh community and harder in my non-Sikh circle, but it was actually the opposite. It was really tough with my Sikh community because why are you doing this? You're not going to get married. But on the flip side, with my non-Sikh friends at work, at school, they were really supportive and said, you look beautiful, you look like a princess. And
well, because we're so different, the people that we're surrounded by, like at Gurdwara, you tend to become very close with them. Like I have a very tight group of Sikh girls that I can talk to, and they help me through any challenges that I face.
What I found to be really easy as a Sikh woman is the bond between Sikh women, and it's really the sisterhood of the Sikh women. And it hit me when I went to my first Kaur's United camp. Like, the sisterhood that you could create within Sikh women is so powerful.
I love lots of things. I do love my work, maybe to a fault sometimes. Like I love delivering babies. I love operating. I love seeing patients.
I'm really passionate about chemistry right now because I got 2 kids taking it.
And my gardening is my hobby too. I keep a lot of plants inside. Also.
I like to sing and dance and do arts and crafts.
I'm really passionate about art. I've recently discovered my passion for sculpture as well.
I've got a Tumblr page, anoopkaur.tumblr.ca.
My passion is kirtan. I love music.
I love reading too, and I really like watching NCIS.
I play soccer. I've been playing for a while. I enjoy doing that a lot.
I like businesses.
What am I passionate about? Well, I'm passionate about kids. That kind of is what drove me to my career of teaching.
I think now that my children are beyond where they need attention minute by minute, I find that I can't contain my passions. Like I want to cook gourmet food and I grow an organic garden.
I'm passionate about volunteer work and in that empowerment.
Anybody that sends me an email, I want to go join their march or their protest.
I really enjoy working with kids. And I don't know, I think it's because just the energy that I get from kids. It's another reason that makes work or, you know, waking up in the morning that much more exciting.
Something that I was told by someone that I really admire is have a philosophy that you really believe in and stick to it.
I think at some point you have to figure out, are you living for yourself or are you living for someone else?
Be equal. Act equal. You show the world that you're strong. You don't tell the world you're strong.
Wherever you are in your life, like this is it's temporary. You're only here for a short while to begin with, and this thing that is happening in your life that's bad or good, it's also just a temporary step.
And we all make mistakes, we're all human, but at the end of the day, God's got your back. Guru's got your back as long as you have good intentions.
Know your guru.
Go to the guru, present your question, and accept what comes. The happiness comes when you accept what God has given you more than being upset about what God hasn't given you.
The thing that probably changed my life was a Sikh woman who once told me, like right before my Amrit Sanchar, I was remembering thinking, like, who do I think I am to really do this, to want to be with the Guru? And she said that when she was in the same kind of scenario, someone asked her, well, if you were in an alleyway and someone was pointing a gun at you and asked you if you were a Sikh, and if your answer was yes, they would shoot you, and if your answer was no, then they would let you go free. And for me, it was like, oh my God, I don't know. What is she talking about? I don't know if I would say yes. And I thought for a really long time about it, and I don't know what my answer would be. Like, unless you're in that situation, I don't know if you know if your answer would be yes or no. But I know that I would want my answer to be yes. Asking every day, do I want to be a Sikh today? Do I want to be a Sikh of the Guru? Is the Guru at my center? Is a good way to lead each day. If I can try and remember that, that has been the best advice.
Also inspires.
Stop.
Mama Kiwi.
I'm so nervous.
Okay.
I find Sikhi to be easy since adulthood. I don't think I found it easy as a child, or as a teenager, or as a young adult.
No, it's fine.
I'm really like awkward. I'm already sweating.
Look at me, not the camera. Okay.
I really nobody can make me laugh or smile.
It can.
Because I look weird.
Confidence in the Guru that they would, that they would actually.
Breaking and rebuilding and we're growing, always guessing, never knowing. Shocking, but we're nothing, we're just moments. We're clever, but we're clueless, we're just human.